Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You have tuned into the Morning Coffee Podcast Show. I am your host, Tanisha R. Atkins, and I want to thank you all so much for tuning in with me on today. I don't have my intro on this morning, but that's okay. We're going to keep pressing anyway. This is going to be a short, brief, but powerful morning coffee this morning. So, I'm Tanisha R. Atkins again. I'm the host of the Morning Coffee Podcast Show. You can connect with me on social media outlets at Facebook and on Instagram and at YouTube at Morning Coffee Podcast Show. You can leave me some feedback. Let me know what you thought about the show. If you have anything that you want me to talk about, anything you want to hear me discuss, or if you have a question for me, you can definitely reach out to me on those platforms. And this is our 6th week on the air. We've been doing good. Just to kind of tell you, in case this is your first time tuning in, this is a Christian-based podcast, and we are your unofficial wake-up call, here to provoke you to change and growth so that you can have a better life and thriving relationships. So today I just wanted to kind of give a pep talk. It's raining in my city where I am, so my connections are not that strong today, so I'm going to have to be on brief, but it's definitely a lot of rain going on right now. So this morning is just going to be a little power boost. That's what I like to call a power boost, because I feel like in life you need power boosts because you deal with so much on your journey, so many different obstacles that pop up, so many circumstances, so many things you're trying to juggle at one time, and sometimes it can really get to be overwhelming. Sometimes, just trying to make sure everybody is everywhere where they need to be, when they need to be there, making sure you're getting to work on time and you're paying your bills on time and you got enough money to pay your bills, and sometimes it can just be a lot. And so you need these power boost types of conversations to just kind of pick you up and just to almost like a fresh wind, like if you're feeling a little overwhelmed and you can let the window down in the car and you just feel that wind hit your face. Well, that's kind of what this is. So this morning, again, just definitely want to throw some encouragement your way and just to remind you that you are made for this. I think that's what I want to talk about this morning. You are made for this. Like everything that you need, and I say this a lot, you're going to hear me say this so much on this podcast, that everything that you need is already on the inside of you. And so a lot of times when you get flustered and you get things sort of feel overwhelming, to me, that's just life's way of telling you, hey, pace yourself a little bit, slow down a little bit, pull over to the side of the road, take a breath for a second, reassess where you are, reassess where you want to be, reassess your course of action. Or sometimes it could just be telling you just to take a break. Sometimes we just do too much. Like you're just trying to do everything all at one time because you want it, and you're not letting life just go at that pace that it needs to go at. So that's what this podcast is about this morning. Everything you need is in there. Everything you need, everything. If you needing answers for something, if you're in the middle of a situation and you don't know what to do, then you need to go get quiet. You need to shut everything down. Stop talking to people. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to turn the phone off. You have to turn the TV off. And you have to go get quiet. And you have to get quiet. And you need to just ask God what to do. The Bible says that God has already prearranged our life so that we can live the good life. So if things are going bad and He already prearranged for the good, then what is the answer? To get in tune with Him, to get your life to align with the instructions that He's given you at the moment. But some of us too, we just think we got it all figured out, because I know yesterday we talked about planning and everything, but even when you have a good plan, you still need to consult with God first. It's okay to lay your foundation out. That's perfectly fine to do that, to lay it out. But you still need to make sure that this is the way that He will have you to go at this time. I think when you sketch it out, that's kind of like one of your first steps in taking it out of your head and getting it on paper. And then when you do that, then God can say, okay, I know you sketched this out, but we're not going to do that right now. But you can't do that until you get in tune with him and you shut down the noise sometimes. So, again, this is just a pep talk this morning, just about, the life and just pushing through the hurdles. And I personally, know what it's like to deal with hurdles and stuff, and just some of the things that personally I've had to deal with in my life. I know a lot of people may look and say, well, how in the world, is she still pressing through that? Or, they'll see me working on projects, and some people don't get it. And that's the other thing too. You have to watch who you talk to, because not everybody is going to get your crazy idea, is going to get your vision, because people, when you get too familiar with people, they will look at your situation and judge, and they'll make you doubt yourself and say, well, how you going to do that? Now, you say you trying to buy a house, but didn't you just switch jobs? Didn't you just say that they, demoted you or whatever? Because that's what we do. We look at the natural circumstances a lot, and we discount God. God is bigger than all this stuff that we dealing with. So when people ask me, how do I keep pushing and how do I keep moving forward? Because my God is bigger than that. I'm not worried about any challenge that's presenting itself in my way, no mountain, nothing, because I know that at the end of the day, God is greater than it all. And so I know that if I just keep moving, that mountain is going to move out of my way. And that's just how I live my life. I refuse to stay stuck in woe is me. I refuse to do any of that. And one day I'm going to really share my personal story with you all as we go forward. I'll be able to kind of share a little bit more. But we're just kind of getting our feet wet. So I'm not going to, burden y'all down with all my stories right now, because this is about you today. So again, this is just a pep talk. Hopefully this is a power boost for you, something that you can use to pick yourself up and not be so hard on yourself. Maybe you're not exactly where you thought you should be, or where you thought you would be, or even maybe where you want to be. But even in that, don't get discouraged about it. You're never too old to start again. You're never too old to make a plan. You can start today. It all starts with just making a decision that, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm no longer going to go this direction. I'm no longer going to go without doing the things that I want to do or whatever. And just make a decision. Get you a plan. Talk to God. And, hey, go for it. So maybe, again, maybe that's you. Maybe you're the one who's just been kind of down in the dumps or feeling depressed about life. You don't have to feel like that no more. We have to learn how to, just like the Bible say, cast those cares on God and let it go. You can only do so much anyway. That's just the truth. Sometimes you do all that you know how to do, and then sometimes you have to let God take the rest, because some things are just out of your control. Like when you trying to pray for a family member that's gone crazy. Well, you can't go make them do right, but what you can do is pray about it. We have to learn how to juggle life and stop letting life juggle us. Somebody need to write that down. You got to learn how to juggle life and stop letting life juggle you. Take control. One day, God told me that. He's like, you have to take control of the wheel. Because I have been definitely putting some different things in place to, better my health and just make sure I'm doing good and working out and eating good. Sometimes you just go so far down the wrong road that you think it's no hope for you. You think it's no help for you. Well, God just specifically said that to me. Hey, take control of the wheel. You have the power to steer your life in the direction that you want it to go. But you have to take control of the wheel. So I want to leave you with that today. I'm not going to be long. Again, it's raining here in my city, so my connection is not that well. I hope that you got the message. I hope that this is a good power boost for you. Take control of the wheel. Whatever way you want your life to go, take control of the wheel and get going. Well, that has been Morning Coffee today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. Remember to connect with me on social media. I want to hear from those of you that are listening. I want to hear, I'm seeing the numbers. I see that y'all are listening, but y'all don't talk to me a lot. So I would love to hear some feedback, some response. What are you thinking about the show? What are some nuggets that you're taking away? Some of you do respond back, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much for that. And for those of you that are listening, I mean, I just, leave me some feedback. I just want to know if it's something that you want me to talk about. I'm open to talk about that. I'm always going to go to the Bible and give you the biblical perspective mixed with my opinions on it. But we can definitely discuss it. Well, you all have a great day and a great weekend. We don't come on Fridays. I'll be live on Facebook on Friday at 11 a.m. So that's what we do, morning coffee on Fridays. So I'll be back with you all Monday morning, 7:45 a.m. We have 2 more weeks before we go out on break for the holidays, and then we come back in January. So the next 2 weeks, we're going to talk about family. So be sure to tune in. All right. You guys have a great day. Go be great.